Here are 10 things I learned from my first trip to Houston, Texas. Number one, Houston is entirely too large. I'm not just talking about population, but also in like land that it consumes. Someone recently made a map that showed the state of Connecticut fits within Houston. And that, I'm sure, is a very helpful reference to the 3 people that have been to Connecticut. It's just big. Number 2, and this is a fun fact, Houston is about 50 miles from the Gulf Coast and approximately 3 miles from the sun. It is hot, and I'm from Alabama, where it feels like you're just getting smothered by a hot, wet blanket when you step outside. Texas is just like that, but the blanket is on fire. You're on fire, and everything is on fire, and it's not good. Number 3, and appropriately, there is a Houston Trinity that must be respected at all times. That Trinity is, of course, made up of Mattress Mac, the Texas Hammer, and the dude that operates the train at Minute Maid Park. I don't know what his name is, but they freaking love that man. All he does is move the train forwards and backwards like 20 feet. Number 4, if they can make it into the shape of Texas, you bet your sweet patootie that's exactly what they're gonna do. They've got swimming pools, crackers, chicken nuggets, all of it shaped like Texas, and they call it the Texagon, which is actually kind of genius. Number 5, and this one was kind of a shock to me, the traffic in Houston was not that bad. Actually, quite the opposite. It moves very fast. I only got stuck in traffic one time, and even then it wasn't a standstill. Reality is, everybody is driving like they're getting chased by the Texas Rangers, and I don't mean the baseball team. I mean like Chuck Norris out to kill you, and they got to get away from him immediately. Number 6, and it's somewhat related, is the service roads, or at least that's what we call them in Alabama. I'm talking about those like 2 or 3 lane roads that run parallel to the interstate that make it easier for you to turn in and out of businesses and get to places, but that's not the case in Houston, no. They're like little interstates where sometimes you go faster than the actual interstate. So you could just be pulling out of a Chili's and you'll die. Seriously, Texas, slow down, okay? I know it's a big state, you got a lot of ground to cover, but you ain't got to go that fast. And number 7, the Pappas Brothers own like half the restaurants in the city. They got steakhouses, Pappados, Pappas Barbecue, Pappas Burgers, Pappasitos. No one apparently told either Papa brother that you can just put all of that onto one menu and call it Cheesecake Factory. They're everywhere. Number 8, and maybe the greatest thing about Houston, even though it is technically not in Houston, is the city's proximity to Brenham, Texas. That's the birthplace of Bluebell, the greatest gift that Texas has ever given the world. There's a creamery there. You can take a tour of it, and there's a scoop shop with flavors that you can't get anywhere else, and every scoop is $1. And it is heaven. Heaven is in Texas, even though it feels like the 7th layer of hell there. Number 9, not all HEBs are created equal. Some are good and others are great. Every time I told somebody that I was in Houston and I was gonna go to an HEB for the first time, they always asked me, which one are you going to? Which I didn't understand. They were all amazing. What I am more curious about is, how do y'all not have so many Dollar Generals? I couldn't find hardly any. Is that because your Houston garden centers are taking up half the city? That's what I want to know, because we can't stop Dollar General here. Number 10, and this is kind of more of a question to Houston, because by now everybody has probably heard of Buc-ee's. If you haven't, just imagine a Bass Pro Shop that sells gas, so it's a gas pro shop. But there's also miniature Buc-ee's that they haven't been telling us about. It's just like a normal sized gas station, but it's a Buc-ee's, and I didn't even know that existed. Why haven't y'all been telling us about it? It sounds amazing. Why would you hide that information from us? In conclusion, Houston is a pretty cool city to visit. And by cool, I mean it is at least 1,000 degrees year round, and by city, of course I mean it is the size of a small European country. It is massive. It's like someone just took the same square mile of Shipley's Donuts and Whataburger and just copied and pasted it. It's too big.